Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell. We have almost daily notifications, and if there is a ticker you'd like to see featured, drop it down below in the comments. Today we're looking at Team. I'm doing this as one of 3 videos, maybe more, that I'm recording at the same time and then uploading as soon as I can. But they're just going to be single videos dedicated to one specific ticker. Now, here's another trade that I'm in. I am in a circle trade. I'm short circle. I'm long PayPal. I'm long team. Just the TLDR. My team trade, I got in at 70. Even though I don't like this, what is okay with me is that on the weekly, this is not a reversal candle yet. So what I want to see tomorrow when the market closes is this to either close here or above. Ideally, you would want to see this get bought up and have catch a nice little bid tomorrow and make almost like a bottoming tail shape so that we get a nice little slope kind of like that. You'd want to see a close at least 75 or higher, which would look good to me. I did take profit there at 84.23 for a 20% profit. I sold half my position. Probably should have sold all of it, right? But hey, that's the nature of the game. Right now I'm playing with house money, and if it gets back down to my cost basis or I see anything indicating that this is going to be a reversal weekly candle and it's not going up anymore, then I will move off of it. But for now, and I might be getting a little greedy, I am looking, that is not a good candle. I am looking to sell here. 113.47 would be ideal for me. Also, you see there's a down sloping trend here. If it were to return to that, you've got, let's see, how close to 70 can I get? That would give us, and let's say it just takes its sweet time getting there, or it gap fills at the same time. So if it waits until June, I'm not going to be in this trade that long, by the way. But if it did take its time getting to the gap fill level, we would expect it to do so by June 4th. There ain't no way in hell I'm still going to be in this trade June 4th. It's either going to go down and I'm getting out, or it's going to shoot up and fill this gap and I'm getting out. So one way or the other, I'm out of here. And honestly, once we see 100, I might just get out because that's a big round psychological number. It could easily bounce off there before it goes to fill the gap. There's no rule that says. Here's the thing about gap fills. While they are a magnet for price, they're not a strong, immediate, instant gratification magnet. I've seen gaps that have taken years, decades to fill. So you got to be patient. You got to be disciplined with this kind of stuff. I am counting on these gap fills to attract price to float upward, not necessarily to. I'm not necessarily banking on them to get filled. That said, we can go out and look at the weekly, and you can see why I chose 70. I love this level right here. It was resistance, support. We got a lot of strong, blew through it, came back and tagged. And then it hasn't come back forever, but the upper end of this range is at one powerful level, and the bottom level of this range is another very powerful level. You see 98.21 and 115.01. So once, ideally, if everything goes according to plan and team does get reintroduced to this range inside of the cyan rectangle here, then that would be the perfect exit for me. There are some other resistance levels that I could point out on here, but honestly, with the way the market's going right now, I'm not going to extrapolate into the future because I am anticipating that we are going to get a drop on many, many things before we get any moves materially upward in nature. I could expect some things to come back to see this levels like this. Like if you look at Bitcoin, there's there's a level like this that we went over in another video. If you've been watching my videos, you know all about what I see for Bitcoin and crypto in the future. But I think we're going to get a little bounce here. Everybody's going to be like, whew, oh my God, we're out of the woods. Maybe there's a resolution to this Iran conflict in sight, and everybody gets relieved, starts to put money into the market. Bam. That would be the point for me, where if I'm getting happy and, you know, like my wife's HSA account that I'm managing is starting to look good, and I'm starting to get on here and make videos about how great I'm doing, that is got to be my sell signal. That's got to be my get the hell out signal. Right now, I'm real light on metals. I'm heavier probably than I should be on risk assets, given my outlook. But right now, I've got one foot in the exit on a lot of things, and I am going to start stacking things like SH and PSQ, which are minimum decay, minimum expense ratio, inverse ETFs for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, which also known as the Qs and the spiders, I say a lot. Those are broad-based index funds, big bite of the market, and it is, as you've noticed, the market as a whole is starting to downturn. So I want a safe short to mid-term way to make gains from those drops, because as the market sort of edges down, it'll be death by 1,000 paper cuts. But at some point, we will have an inflection, like your Liberation Day drop. And anyway, I'll do another video on all that. But as this happens, I want to be out of stocks like this, so because they won't have much of a leg to stand on. With that said, guys, if you got value from this video, hit the like button, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell, and I've got another video for you right there.